XN and NBC Sports Radio, 8 Eastern. Penguins took the first 2 games of the series from San Jose, thanks in part to Sidney Crosby.
To have the game go the way it did, and they tied it up late. You know, it can go either way in overtime. Anything can happen, and to find a way, yeah, it definitely feels good. And to see you guys get rewarded and everyone get rewarded for their hard work, yeah, it's nice to see.
Tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, Game 2 of the NBA Finals in Oakland. Warriors won Game 1 on Thursday, beating the Cavs 104-89. Sean Livingston pacing Golden State with 20 points off the bench.
Yeah, it's all a feel. Just being aggressive when we're out there. They command so much attention, especially Steph off the pick and roll. So we try to make ourselves available for him, and be able to make plays, relieve pressure for him. Because all it takes is one shot to go in. We know that.
At the French Open, world number 1 Serena Williams upset in the final. Garbina Muguruza won 7-5, 6-4 to take the championship, her first major title. In the men's final tomorrow on NBC, Andy Murray takes on Novak Djokovic, who's trying to win Roland Garros for the first time, complete the career Grand Slam. Day baseball in 20 minutes. It's the Diamondbacks and Cubs at Wrigley Field. NASCAR. Brad Keselowski has the pole for tomorrow's Sprint Cup race at Pocono. This is NBC Sports Radio.
Hey, Di, do you know that many people have no idea that the Carousel Mall is actually open?
What? Do you tell them that that's where Kcaa is located?
Of course, but there's more than just Kcaa here.
Oh, I know. It's a totally great place for a girls' outing. Here at the Carousel Mall, there's Mega Beauty Supply.
And it's huge.
Yeah, the biggest beauty supply store I've ever seen. And they have wigs and extensions.
Then there's Backstreet Beauty Salon and Daniel's Jewelers, a store, by the way, for girls and guys.
Yes, and Nail Fashions where they do waxing and eyelash extensions. There's Lisa's Threading. You know, Mark, eyebrow threading is a big thing nowadays.
I do know about Mr. Yu's.
Yes, when you're ready for lunch, it's Mr. Yu's Chinese restaurant.
Best of all, Mr. Yu's is right next to Kcaa.
Yes, all this located in the Carousel Mall, right off the 215, the 2nd and 3rd Street exit.
Come visit the Carousel Mall. We're open.
For more info, go to kcaaradio.com.
I'm Mark Westwood, and I'm the official California Democratic Party endorsed candidate for 23rd State Senate.
Mark cares.
I knew Mark Westwood for years, and I seriously think he would make a fabulous senator.
Let's talk about the issues.
Mark cares. I support Mark Westwood because he's concerned about our quality of life,
homelessness,
and protecting us from big money special interests.
Healthcare.
He'll work hard.
Affordable housing.
If there's ever was a candidate I can get behind, it's Mark Westwood. He's shown us and demonstrated that he cares about our area.
Safe streets.
And wants the best for people.
Affordable college education.
Vote Mark Westwood.
There are 2 kinds of candidates, those who serve for themselves and those who serve for others. Mark Westwood is there to serve for others and make the world a way better place.
I'm Mark Westwood. I'll be the people's advocate. Please vote for me for the 23rd State Senate. VoteMarkWestwood.com.
Paid for by Friends of Mark Westwood.
If you're booking a cruise out of Galveston, we suggest you add a few days to your vacation and rent a Galveston Island beachfront home. Our fully furnished homes are equipped with central air, washer dryers, dishwashers, cable, wireless internet, and unlimited telephone service. Step off the lower deck of your beachfront vacation home and walk 50 feet to the tide line, where you can fish for speckled trout, redfish, and whiting. Watch the pelicans, and they'll show you where to cast your line. Enjoy horseback riding on the beach, jet skiing, deep sea fishing, dolphin tours, Schlitterbahn Water Park, and the famous Moody Gardens. Tour historical homes, art galleries, and antique shops, and enjoy Galveston's nightlife with award-winning restaurants and live music from jazz to rock and roll. Our homes rent for less than hotel rooms on a per-occupant basis. Call 832-452-0528 or visit our website, www.texasbeachfrontvacations.com.
Kcaa.
You just entered the Gotcha Zone. Eilon up to the start line and get ready to race with your host, Joe Britt. It's time for Gotcha Racing, live on KCAA 1050.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines and get ready for an action-packed, fun-filled hour of everything a motorhead ever loved or lived. Gotcha Racing with Joe Britt.
Welcome to Gotcha Racing. This is Joe Britt.
Well, hey there, race fans. So welcome to another edition of Gotcha Racing Live with your host, Joe Britt. I'm your host, and I will take you around the track today, and hopefully we'll have a great fun of afternoon enjoyment. Hey, got a lot of things to talk to you today. You know, this is political season, but yet let's talk about some cars. Let's talk about racing. Let's talk about where the heck I have been. Okay, you know, I'm always out and about, but you know, like I do before, every time I start running my mouth, I have to say this. Hey, I come to you, a humble man that is a reflection of God's grace and greatness, a humble man that is standing on shoulders of ancestors. Hello, America. Look alive, California. Wake up, San Bernardino. Stand and be counted, Inland Empire. For this is your host, Joe Britt, coming to you loud, clear, and strong from the desert to the sea, broadcasting on the powerful KCAA Talk Radio, 1050 AM, and also 106.5 FM. We're the big dogs now, and we are still growing. Soon to be 102.3 FM. So, man, can one little outlet be on 3 different stations at one time? Oh, yes, we can. We're growing. Now, let me repeat. Oh, tongue-tied. Let me repeat that. 102.3, 106.5, that's FMs, and 1050 AM. Okay. The weather is extremely hot in Southern California. Ooh, doggy. I tell you, I went out and I had to repair my tire yesterday on my Jeep. Got a screw in it, and you know what? I sweat like a roast Hawaiian pig. I tell you, man, which is good. I like to sweat, mind you, you know. But man, and I was in the shade, so it's extremely hot. But you know, in the city of Rialto, we're set up to have cooling stations like other cities. But in Rialto, for those of you that are listening, there are 3 stations. One is at our senior building, and that's 1411 Riverside, right off the freeway there. And then there's our library you can go to, and that's off of Rialto, just off of the main strip, off of Riverside, west of Riverside. I don't have the address. Maybe I'll get that to you a little bit later. And then there is our center that we have for the community center, which is 214 Palm. So, you know, for you seniors, or for you folks that just don't have air, and it's extremely hot where you are, we don't want you to have a heat stroke. Come on in. We take you in. We got 3 places for you. Come on, sit down and enjoy yourself. And we don't have popcorn and sodas, but nevertheless, we'll get you out of that heat. Okay. All right, that's my public service announcement. Okay, let's do a little house cleaning here. Those of you that want to listen to this great show of ours, and you're not by radio, you're not by stereo, listen by your phone, your smartphone, your dumb phone, your cell phone, your house phone. Okay, that number would be 832-999-1050. 832-999-1050. Now, you want to call into the studio and talk to me? Yeah, you can do that. We talk about cars the whole shot, talk about racing, talk about what's going on in the racing community and in the car culture itself. That number would be, for long distance now, okay, 888-909-1050. 888-909-1050. Now, for you local callers that are around Southern California or the IE, and a lot of you guys that, you know that I've been to your events over the past week or so, that number would be 909-888-5222 or 5224. Let me slow down and repeat that. 909-888-5222 or 5224. Now, for some of you were saying, could be just new listeners, you know. We've heard this guy on the radio. We heard he was pretty cool and knew what he was talking about. We have podcasts available. You'd have to go to our great website, which is kcaaradio.com, and go to our schedule, find the Saturday schedule find Gotcha Racing Live. You'll probably more likely see me looking debonair, with my shades on and whatnot, and pick and choose. Go back as far as you want. We've been on a while. Okay, we can be found on Facebook. Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV, or just my name, Joe Britt, Britt. Okay, let's see here. You want to email me? It would be jbritt.kcaa@gmail.com. And that's for our Gotcha Racing Live folks. For our sister company, which is Gotcha Racing TV, you would go to, you type in grtv.media@gmail.com. Okay. Hey, we got a great lineup for you today. Man, I have been really busting my behind for you guys. But I'm having fun, Last weekend, where was I at? I was at Irwindale Speedway, and I tell you, I had a great time. They really know how to treat the media, treat us very well. And I was able to interview a lot of the up and coming young cats, that are doing their NASCAR, and they're doing there were three types of racing three events that were going on that afternoon. One was the legend cars. Those are the really small cars, and they all have the motorcycle motors in them. I think it's 1100cc motor, and those little things kick butt. Okay, you can start age 14 and drive. I mean, that's right out after being potty trained. You know what I mean? And I tell you, I was able to interview a young lady that's 14, a young man that was 14, and you know what? And then I saw them run, and I tell you what, they don't look like on the track. They're very aggressive, and you can forget about them being 14 or under 20, under 21, or under 18. Those rascals are really aggressive, and it was no accidents that night, and they really put on a heck of a show. Okay, so the next series of racing were the trucks, the NASCAR trucks, and man, they're rocking and rolling. Those guys, they don't play. They're out for the goal. And even though the track might be a little small over there, it's a short track over there at Irwindale, but I tell you, man, they put on a heck of a show, and they weren't any accidents that I can remember. But I was able to talk to some of the primaries, talk to some of the drivers, and some of the sponsors, and that's a good. So that should be coming up. Hopefully, we can squeeze that in. And then the next series was the late model NASCAR. And I tell you, man, those guys, they're really aggressive. There was a lot of accidents that night. And, if that's your only vehicle, and these are grassroots guys, and I tell you, they're out. And that damage was pretty severe. Some guys, one of the cats, Martinez, that you'll hear from today, if I can get it on the air, the interview. Nice kid, 17, 18 years of age. He blew. He was doing pretty good. No accidents, but man, he put oil all over the track, and they had to, NASCAR, the officials had to come in and do what they did, and to drive the track, and so we can continue on with the race. But a lot of accidents, man. A lot of accidents. Oh my God! Because these guys are very aggressive. I mean, you would think it's being televised live, but no. It was not televised live. Maybe we might get our cameras out. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Getting a Gotcha Racing TV out there. I think I got the okay to do that. And maybe I can bring it on and put it on one of our YouTube channels for you guys to see. But nevertheless, we're out and about. And then on Sunday, I was at a local car show in San Bernardino. These guys were in downtown San Bernardino on 3rd and East Street. You know that little plaza over there where they have a lot of the food trucks and a lot of little festivals. They were there, and they came out strong. A lot of different clubs came out, and it was a small venue, but nevertheless, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Talk to the old school guys. Talk to the young guys with the modern modifications on their vehicle. It was a good day on Sunday. But you know what? I had to work the board in the morning here as an engineer, and then right after that, I ran over there and did that. So I was pretty tired that day, man. But anyway, I'm trying to bring it all to you, you know. And summertime, I tell you, there's a lot of stuff coming up and a lot of stuff going on this summer. And I tell you guys out there, I need some correspondence. I can't be everywhere. I cannot be everywhere. So for those of you that are listening to the sound of my voice and that are interested in becoming a correspondent, let me put you on a track, man. Let me get you some credentials. Let me get you a mic and see what your skills are first before we go any further. And because I want to push professionalism, and I want to put youngsters out there if I can. If I can help you with your career in the radio industry, give me a call. Give me a call. Because we're looking for that right person. Now, we've had a couple of people on before. For some reason, it didn't work out. You know, it just didn't work out. But that's where the culture is. And nevertheless, we're still pushing, and we're still going forward. So, I need for you guys to give me a call. My number, here we go, 909. No, I'm sorry. That's another number. 951-204-4013. 951-204-4013. And that will put you directly connected to me. Now, in a little bit, we have one of our correspondents calling in. And then after that, you know, that's Chris, the Road Warrior. And we'll talk about bikes and go from there. And then after that, we shall start our programming from Irwindale, California. Now today, you see, I'm wearing my my hat that I got from Fontana Speedway, which was now it's called the Auto Club Speedway, and this is just one of the perks as media. See that there? Normally, I wear the Gotcha Racing TV hat or the Gotcha Racing Live hat, because there's nothing like if you're gonna brand somebody, you brand yourself first, and then you go from there. So for the past 15 years, I've been branding I've been branding Gotcha Racing TV. Gotcha Racing TV. Been branding that. And for the past couple of years, been branding Gotcha Racing Live. It's only the thing to do, only fit thing to do for to promote our great show that we have here at KCAA Radio. All right. So, nevertheless, you folks out there, our next event would be in, let's see where we're going. We will be in the city of Irvine, and then we will be in the city of, we're going up to Fresno, California, and then Bakersfield. I'm busy. I am really busy, and I do need help. Sound like I'm begging, huh? No, I'm not begging. I just want to incorporate some more folks into this this great show of ours, and so I'm reaching out to you. And you know, this is a crazy political season we have here, right? And I don't know if you know or not, you guys out there with that wrench in your hand, I'm running for an office. No, I've held this office for the past 3 years now. That's with the Central Committee in the county. And I tell you, it's for the Democratic Party, for the Central Committee, which, you know, we are governed by the state of California. And if you went to your ballot, if you're in the 47th Assembly District, I am the first one on the top of the heat. You'll see my name, Joe Britt. And hopefully, you know, you would go ahead and mark that. And I'll go ahead and put a plug for the others. There's 11 of us running. There's 6 of us that were running as a, you can say, as a pack on a slate. So it would be the first 4, okay, under my name, 3 more under my name, and then the last 2. So if you wouldn't mind, and these are good people, okay? These are good people. So if you don't mind, go ahead and cast that ballot for all 6 of us, and you know, your vote would be highly appreciative. Okay, so let me get off of this. This ride as far as the politics are concerned. You guys want to hear the real deal, so here we go. Chris, the Road Warrior, are you there, buddy?
Hey, Joe, how you doing, Vic?
You know, man, I am burning up, dude. And you know that applause is always for you. And guess what? Joe did it on.
Always appreciate
wait.
Always appreciate it.
And Joe did it on time this time. You believe that?
Yeah, there you go.
Got you back. I got him back.
Props when they're due.
Okay. How you feel, man?
Doing good. You know, it's a nice, warm, sunny day out here in Southern California. So, you know, I guess that's what they think it always is out here, but that's not always the case.
Man, you working on that tan, dude?
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, you know what, man? I was showing my wife this morning. I put up my sleeves this morning, and I go, "Holy crap! The sun just really baked me." And you turn it over, I'm a different person on one side, and the other side I'm a different person. Who say we don't tan, dude? Come on, man.
There you go. Yeah, dude.
So wait. So my wife is saying, you know what? We need to get you one of those big hats, man. I said, I don't need to wear a big sombrero. I can't drive with a big sombrero hat on, man. You know, to cover my face up.
The idea is not to drive with it on, but anyway.
All right, dude. What you got for us today, man?
Hey, you know, it's something that occurred to me as I was out riding around this week and realized something. And you know, sometimes we take it for granted, but our security of our motorcycles, our vehicles as a whole, is something that we tend to overlook sometimes. We can probably do a better job with it, as well as some other aspects. So I just wanted to mention, you know, there are some pretty simple ways to keep our bikes secure. You know, you don't want to go walking into the market one day and come back out and go, wow, you know, where'd it go? So, you know, something as simple as a cover, you know, that has eyelets for throwing a padlock into or a cable lock or whatever is something real simple, fairly inexpensive, and helps out a lot. Besides keeping the bike itself free of, shall we say, doings of the birds and dust and other things, it will help keep the bike secure. You know, out of sight, out of mind, but also it takes time to take a cover off and all that. Minor time for us, but if somebody's looking to steal something from you, you know, they don't want to have to hassle with it any longer than they got it. So, you know, something simple like a cover, even a cable with a lock, you know, and these things don't take up too much space. You know, the covers actually these days, with the material they're made out of, they roll up pretty small. You can keep them in a small bag or, you know, bungee them to your seat, you know, and when you get to where you're going, just throw the cover on, throw your little padlock on, and you're fairly secure.
So where would you put that? Hold on, Chris. Hold on. So where would you put that cable?
Same thing with cable, you know, because they coil up pretty tight. Actually, you can get them, you know, that even fit in your jacket pocket.
No. To secure your bike,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where would you put it?
Run it through your front wheel and around the frame, part of your frame. You know, it keeps it from being rolled away very easily. You know, and it just adds a little extra layer of protection besides the handlebar locks. I've actually seen a lot of bikes out there without even the simple handlebar lock in place, which is, you know, built into it. So, you know, take advantage of that freebie, you know, comes with the bike. So you do something like that. You throw a cable around the front wheel, around the frame, and you know, there you go. You got that. Throw a cover on top of it. That's even another layer of protection. If you want to go a little bit deeper into the pocket and get some really nice protection, there's numerous types of security alarms that are either built in, you can have them built into the bike or added to it. Something as simple as a license plate frame. I had one of these on one of my older bikes years ago. It was a license plate holder, but it also doubled as an alarm. So it was a motion detector. So once I, you know, turned it on by key, just in the side of it, walk away. If anybody stood the bike up to roll it off or take it off its stand, it detected it and the alarm went off. These are all fine and dandy, but again, if you're inside Walmart, you're not going to hear it.
Yeah, but
so
you
there
know,
are ones.
And I understand that, but listen, Chris, listen. I've always thought about this: how would you protect either your automobile or your car or your bike? It's far fetched, and you might start laughing at this. Put an electrical charge into that seat of yours, okay? So,
well, we could go to the James Bond level. If you forget to disarm it yourself, you might be in for a surprise.
I wonder if you get sued for that, man.
a little taser shot. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I just had to throw that in, man. Go ahead.
yeah, that's a little extreme, but I guess it would definitely deter people. But no, there are alarm systems that have a separate paging unit that you can program onto your either to your phone or a separate pager itself. I used to carry one of those back years ago for my car, but they also have them for motorcycles. So when your pager goes off or when your iPhone gets alerted, then you can run out and see, who's carrying your bike off or whatever. But the other thing is, and this is besides the security aspect, if they do beat your security systems, whatever you have in place, you come out and you call the police, and the first thing they're going to ask you is, what is your license plate number? What does the bike look like? So you can describe the bike, but I found that a lot of us don't even know what our plate number is. We don't have it memorized. Better yet, none of us know what the VIN number is. That's just too many numbers to worry about. So here's some information that you can either put into your phone on a notepad or whatever on your telephone, so you have it with you, or make a small photocopy of your registration.
Yeah.
And fold it up and put it in your wallet. If you have multiple vehicles, reduce them in size, scan them, and just have them on you. Stick them behind your license in your wallet.
Put them in your phone.
And you've got that information, because that is vital for them to find your vehicle.
Yeah, but Chris, wouldn't the cheapest way and the most inexpensive route would be just to get your smartphone, your dumb phone, and just take a picture of it?
You could do that too.
Hey.
But again, it doesn't have your VIN number. Unless you take a picture of your VIN number as well.
You can do that too.
You can do that. But that is also another way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But, so there you go. You got several methods in which you can do it, but do it. Because I know a lot of people have it, and they have no idea what their plate number is, unless it's a personalized plate. And, of course, not only you, but everybody else you pass knows it. But, just some small little hints to not only keep your bike secure, but to be able to recover it if something does happen.
Right. For those of you that are listening to Chris and on the security measures, if that does happen, and if you put those in place, and someone is ripping off your bike and you're inside of a store, I wouldn't chase after them. Maybe get as many photos as you can of that person with your cell phone. But as far as fighting and doing what we do, because we have a lot of testosterone and we're pissed because you're messing with something that ours, you could get hurt if somebody's carrying a gun.
Especially our bike. I'll fight for my dog. I don't know if I'll fight for my motorcycle.
Right.
But if you're not at least my size, I wouldn't advise it at all. I wouldn't even advise it then, because you never know what that person is going to be carrying on them or whatever.
That's right.
And if they're dumb enough to try to take your bike, and then they're dumb enough to do a lot of other things, and you don't want to deal with that.
No, you don't. We want to, we want to have safety here, but we do want you to be smart, so you can come back and listen to us next week.
Exactly. That's a good idea. We all got cameras in our pockets these days, and if you do see something occurring like that, or if you see it happening with somebody else, snap off some pictures.
Right.
Hang around for the police, and then give them what information you have. Email them the photos, whatever you got. It'll help them recover your property as well as possibly somebody else's.
Hey, look, what goes around comes around. You know what I mean? So if you put something out good and you help someone else, it more likely is going to come back and give you justice.
Absolutely.
When it's your turn.
I'm a firm believer in that. You betcha.
Right. Hey, buddy, thanks a lot for calling in, and I hope the listeners out there got something from it. I know I did. So enjoy the ride, dude, like you always tell me.
Exactly. Enjoy the ride. Thanks for having me on again.
All right. Take care of yourself.
Yeah,
that's Chris, the Road Warrior. I love the guy. He knows a lot of stuff. Haven't been able to stump him yet. Hey, JP, let's go to a couple of commercials and kind of pay some of these bills that we have lingering around, and then we'll go right into the Irwindale Speedway after this.
Oh, no.
Don't worry about a thing, pretty lady. You're in good hands with J&K Auto Body Paint and Repair. J&K Auto Body has been serving the Rialto area for years and are considered to be one of the oldest and the best auto body shops in town. The right people with the right tools and the right experience that can give you the service and the quality that you expect. 24 hours, 7-day-a-week towing is available. That's J&K Auto Body, 241 South Palm Avenue, Rialto, California, across the street from the Metrolink station. Call us at 909-875-0400, 909-875-0400. That's 909-875-0400.
U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is loaded with 15 acres of used, salvaged, and rebuilt parts for your car or truck. Sure, you could go to any wrecking yard, but U&I has what it takes. Expertise, high-quality products, and the finest customer service you'll receive anywhere. U&I makes custom drive shafts, furnishes full warranties on all their parts, and keeps up on industry changes. Call 909-888-6841. You'll be impressed by the fast and friendly response from the U&I skilled staff. You can also go to the Contact Us page and request a part. U&I hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, and Saturday, 8 till 3. U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is located at 1435 West Rialto Avenue in San Bernardino. Check out the U&I webpage at the letter U, the letter I, autoparts.com, or call 909-888-6841, 909-888-6841.
Gotcha Racing Live, heard only on Kcaa 8, is your command center for racing news, the hottest interviews, and DIY projects. We are your destination for interviews with racers and fans, on-track interviews, in-shop interviews with engine builders, car restorers. Hear from our correspondents on live track, car shows. Gotcha Racing Live. Start your engine and race on over to Kcaa 1050 AM and 106.5 FM every Saturday at our new time, 11 AM. Gotcha Racing Live, where we put you in the driver's seat.
شما در حال گوش دادن به برنامه Gotcha Racing هستی با صدای جو برید. Sie hören jetzt Gotcha Racing live mit ihrem Gastgeber Joe Britt.
You're listening to Gotcha Racing live on KCAA 1050 AM with Joe Britt. Now get to the chopper. Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, and that's my good friend Larry the Entertainer. Before we get into the Irwindale, I think I got a couple seconds. You know, at the California Speedway, used to be, now it's called the Auto Club Speedway, June 11th they have exotic racing. Just give you a little update on some of these. And June 11th and 12th they have the NHRA Summit Racing Series, number 3 and 4. And then June 17th it was the NMCA West Streetcar Nationals for you folks that are in the Fontana area. Go check that out. Okay, let's put on the first interview, Joe from the Irwindale Speedway. Well, folks, I'm on the grid now still, and looks like I'll be here for another hour or so talking to all the racers. And I come across another youngster, 14-year-old, that is tearing up the speedway. Hey, Johnny Dressler, how you doing?
Pretty good. Qualified first today.
Oh, did you? Oh, so I'm talking to the big chieftain, huh?
Yeah, being the youngest one in the class, being able to qualify first is always a great accomplishment.
So how long have you been behind the wheel?
This is my second season in this car. Overall, I've been racing since I was 8 years old.
Another 8-year-old. I'm thinking, if at 8 years old, how can you touch the pedals, man? Were they modified for you or what?
First we started off in go-karts, which is a whole bunch of different chassis. So we were able to start in that and just did those for a couple years, and then we moved up to a bandolero and then into this. So we've always been moving up.
So now, this is your specialty, this the Legend car, right? Tell me about it.
It's a 1250cc Yamaha street bike engine, 1,300 pounds across the scales. Up in Vegas we can go 120 miles an hour. Down here we go about 80 to 90 miles an hour, and that's about it.
No kidding. In Vegas, so I guess that's a larger track then, right?
Yeah, in Vegas we use a road course, which is longer straightaways and more corners.
So, the difference between an oval and a road course, which one you prefer?
I've only done the road course a couple times, but to me they're both really equal. It's just really hard work trying to change the car to go to this setup to this setup, so we're always working on that.
Now, since this is a motorcycle engine in it, how many gears you got?
5 gears. Here we use 4.
So on this track, 90, have you been able to get up close to 90?
Yes. We run really fast here. Definitely being able to be the first qualifier. It's always really tight field here. Really good racing. So it'll be expected a good race tonight.
Okay, so what's next for you, man? I mean, after you've mastered this and you first today, but if you start kicking butt, I mean, on and on and on, what's next for you?
We're hoping to start racing the late models, but that comes down to a lot of money. So we're probably going to stay in this for a couple years and just get to know the legend cars. Everybody in the upper division say the legend cars are the hardest car to drive, so we'll probably just stay in it for a while and see how we do.
So your backs, so your folks, I know they got your back, right?
Yes, they've always been right there to help me, even when times were rough. But we're always trying to get better and better.
So at 8 years old, I'm stoked, man, because I think you'd be playing with Legos and stuff like that. Here you are racing. You're racing at 8 years old. How'd you get involved in this?
Long story short, my grandpa bought a motorcycle from a guy, and I saw in his garage go-karts, and he got us into it, and just advanced from over the years.
Well, good for you, good for you. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Your sponsors, give some shout-outs to whoever you like, and your sponsors, here you go. And this is from Johnny.
First of all, I got to thank my mom and dad, Ferguson's Heating and Air, sold by Fox, Swiss Springs for supplying us the springs around the car. And to be honest, that's really all about it.
Dude, you've done this before. In front of the mic, right?
Yes, sir.
I can tell. That professionalism is coming out, folks, at age 14. I can't wait to see you at age 24, man.
Thank you very much.
What do you think you'll be driving at 24?
Hopefully a real car on the streets and maybe a little bit faster here.
Well, good. Now, we'll look for you, man, okay?
Thank you.
Take care of yourself. Okay, race fans, we're still on the grid, and we're walking and we're talking. I come across the number one qualifier for today's race. Connor Cantrell, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good. How you doing?
You know what, man? I'm above ground. I got no complaints, dude. One foot in front of the other. And as long as I can go forward, I'm cool. How long have you been racing, man?
I've been racing for quite a while. I started when I was just a kid. Dad put me in a small little go-kart, and turned out to be one of the biggest passions in my life. So I'm glad to still be here and doing what I love.
No kidding, no kidding. Now, this is a hobby, or are you going pro?
Obviously, that was the dream back in the day, but I got a full-time job now, and I'm happy to have some fun this weekend.
And in this vehicle here. Okay, folks, that audio. We couldn't hear John at all. Okay, so let's go to the next one, Joe. Hey there, race fans. This is Saturday, after the Winter Nationals, and guess what? Racing's over, but we're on the boardwalk, and we're just walking and talking to different racing enthusiasts, and lo and behold, I got a young man in front of me. What's your name, dude?
Don Swanson.
So, other than racing, what brings you here?
Well, I've been a race fan ever since I was probably like 13 years old. It started out at Orange County International Raceway. We spent a lot of our time street racing, which that's all there was because nobody really could afford to build cars and go to the track. So mostly we did all that stuff when we were kids, and then it just carries on until you grow old and die.
Grow old and die. But in the meantime, we're going to have a hell of a good time, right?
Oh, we are. Definitely. Definitely. As you can tell by my shirt, I'm the president of this car club. It's called Orange County Boys. We're out of Orange County, California.
Let's put on the Irwindale, see if we can get one for the current Irwindale. Okay, my numbers look good. Hey there, race fans. This is Joe Britt. I'm at the boardwalk, actually, at the Winter Nationals, and the night has been winding down. That was before, Joe. Okay, I tell you what. Yeah, go roll to the next one. Let's see what we got. Okay, numbers look good. Okay, folks, we are in the pits, and I am with the team RPM. And pretty soon we'll be walking one of the legends down to the track, and so we can see you run.
Yes.
Today.
I run the legend car.
Okay. And your dad is the deep pockets guy, right?
Yeah, I'm the deep pockets guy.
Okay. Tell me about this event.
This event? Well, first of all, this is a Memorial Day event, so we're here to honor our veterans.
Okay.
And second of all, we're here to just have fun with our kids.
Okay. So this is your son?
Yes,
All right.
my son.
So how old are you?
I'm 19.
And what's your name?
I'm Danny.
Okay. Danny, so how long have you been racing? Racing, period.
Well, racing period, probably about 9 or 10 years at this point. This particular car I've had about 4 years.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay. So when you're behind the wheel and you're on the track, what goes through your mind, man?
There's not much time to think, really. You just kind of got to let instinct kick in and just kind of do what you know how to do, let the car do what it can do and just do what you know how to do, and everything will smooth itself out. And, if you're smooth and you have fun and you just don't overthink it, you'll be fine.
Okay, now tell me something. On this track here, the short track, your speed's what, 90 miles an hour you can get up to?
Not quite. Here we run about 70 on the little 3/8 mile inside track. We go about 70 to 72-ish, I think, is the highest we've seen in a while. So it gets going. It's still freeway speeds, but
I think they're up to 90 miles an hour.
Well, in the straightaway maybe. I mean, you look at average speeds.
Like an average speed.
Today, qualifying, were you comfortable? How'd you feel?
Well, qualifying, a little bit uncomfortable because I didn't practice all day. Came from my cousin's high school graduation, actually. So got here late for qualifying and just kind of went out there and hacked around for a few laps. So didn't qualify all that great, but I know what I got to do in the race. So
you're going to put it down, right?
Going to put it down.
Okay. Pops, now, your team consists of how many race cars?
Well, I have 2. And I can't say that this is my 3rd car. I'm going to say that's my son's car. But I have 2 late model racing SRL cars.
So how long have you had the bug?
I've had the bug since the early 80s. Too long.
Okay. Now, you started your son. How many sons you have?
This is my only child right here.
Okay. So you started him in diapers, right?
Just about. No, you know what? He knew what a Bandolero car was before I knew what a Bandolero car was. And he wanted one of those when he was about 8 years old. And I said, nah. But then a couple years later, we decided to buy him one.
Man, isn't it good to have a pops like that?
It's great. Couldn't ask for a better dad, of course.
Wait. You better put some more butter on that bread, man. Come on.
I love you, Dad. Thank you so much for everything.
Oh, you're welcome, son.
And that's how it works. But nevertheless, today's run, are you, how'd you place?
Well, qualified again towards the back or whatever, because, not much practice time or whatever. But I think it's just a matter of, gauging some other cars in front of me, figuring out where my car's better, because, I know what the car is capable of, I know what I'm capable of, so it's just a matter of figuring out their weak points, my strong points, and capitalizing on those.
So it's a chess game.
It is a chess game.
All right. So now all the cars are pretty much built the same, suspension, motor, and the whole shot, so it pretty much comes down to your experience level and, I guess, how tough you are.
I suppose so. It's a lot of surprising amount of stamina for how short the races are. You're constantly turning on a track like this, and of course in the shop there's stuff you can mess around with. Of course, the motor's stock, a lot of the parts are stock, but you can try different setups and stuff, all kinds of different things to try to get it to handle a little differently. And but you're correct. A lot of it is driver, and a lot of it's commitment to getting in the shop and seeing what you can do to make it better.
So now tell me something. After this Legend Series, where do you go, man?
I'd love to run a SRL Tour car, one of the bigger cars that my dad's got. And I think ultimately what I'm going to college for anyways is I'm hoping to be it's a pipe dream at this point, but be an owner driver at the Sprint Cup level would be something really cool. So
Dude, that's not no, hold on a minute. It's not a pipe dream, man. If you want it, you get it. If you want it, you got to put everything in action, and everything will fall into place. If you want it bad enough, it's up to you.
The first piece of the puzzle is wanting it.
There you go,
right?
And
having the dream.
And here we are today. So
it's not a pipe dream, brother.
Better than doing nothing.
You're here. A lot of guys are sitting home, maybe watching you on TV. No, brother. The first step, you've already got it. You got your confidence level up, and you got your dad back in you. Dude, you can't have no better combination than what you got right here. You don't know how blessed you are, man.
I guess there's no reason why I couldn't do it.
That's right.
There you go.
Never say no.
Never say no.
You got the whole team right here. So good enough. Pops, Dan, you've been in the game how long?
Probably 25 years.
25 years,
yes.
Okay. And there's a lot of, this game has changed so many times. What's going on with the industry right now?
Well, I don't know. I don't think West Coast racing is as great of a sport as it used to be. And I think part of the problem is that there's so many other options for fans, audience to go see. I mean, that's kind of the trend that we're seeing, is it's not as popular of an audience coming to watch a sport as it used to be.
You would think, or do you think it's more heavily watched Midwest and on East Coast?
I do. Absolutely.
Why do you think?
I think that racing is part of that culture back in the East. There's more racetracks that are surviving and they're staying open. It's like Little League Baseball is to us out here, where the kids can go race 5 nights a week.
What can we do to keep the tracks open, man, here on the West Coast, so your kids like your son and other kids coming up would have something to do on a Saturday and Sunday night?
Well, I'm not sure if I have a 100% answer for that. It would be nice for the tracks to work together to keep the sport alive out here. And we have a couple of great people, like Andy D'Addario has saved a racetrack up in Madera, for example.
Oh, I've been there.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's a great little racetrack. Somebody kept that track from being taken over by Lowe's a few years ago. And what we really need is more people like that who have a passion for the sport, who want to keep it alive out here.
Well, it's absolutely needed out here. And I like Madera. My folks live in a little pizza land called Chowchilla, California, which is right next door. Right. So whenever I do go up there, I always hit that little NASCAR track. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
So, sponsors, shout out right now if you can.
RPM Motorsports. We have Rug Runners. We have Sims Trucking, and
Mom and Dad.
And Mom and Dad. That's really Mom and Pops. RPM okay. PSI.
You know what? Thank you for your time, and much success to you.
Thank you very much, Joe.
In this industry.
Thank you very much.
Take care of yourself.
Yes, you too.
Right.
Appreciate it.
That was fun, Joe. All right, we're going to the next one here. Joe, let's go ahead. We got 2 callers on the line. Let's get the first caller. Folks, what happens? It happens. It happens. Listen, the last 10 minutes of the show, what I've done, I've opened up for the community to call in. It could be random. It could be information that the community needs to know. Or it could be anything, actually. I open up the last 10 minutes, and it looks like we have 2 callers on the line. So let's take the first one, Joe. Hey, I believe this is Dr. Rita. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing very well. Thank you.
What's going on with you, Doc?
Well, I'm just called to remind everyone to vote on Tuesday, because it's such an important message to be sending out to the nation regarding what we want for our home, our family, and our country. As you know, Joe, I'm running as a Democrat for the office of the 8th Congressional District. And as a former community college professor and trustee, I'm here to tell you that there are certain things that we need to do for everyone. And it starts with our children by providing them the best possible education, getting them back to the basics, and also the idea of free community college education. And I say that because the standard no longer is the high school, it is community college for a better job. But if we really want to honor our parents, we need to save Social Security. And I'm wanting to remove the restrictive cap of $165,000 and raising it to at least $750,000 so that everybody pays into Social Security. So when one gets to the golden age, the golden years, that there will be help and support for them through Social Security and Medicare. But in regards to our seniors, I have realized that senior housing has to be subsidized. For those who have lived into their golden age and were not making as much when they retired, we need to take care of them. We should take care of our grandparents and our parents. But most of all, because of Memorial Day that we just celebrated, I want to honor our veterans. And I'm saying that we should guarantee all men and women who have been in the military with education, housing, and health care. But most of all, they should be allowed to go to any hospital that is closest to them.
Okay, Rita, right there. I know you're a politician. But I can't. I give you 2 minutes.
I live in 29 Palms.
Okay, what district are you running in?
Well, I'm running for the 8th, and I'm hoping that I will be one of the two on the election for June the 7th.
Okay. So, folks, check her out, Dr. Rita Ramirez. Am I correct on that, Rita?
Yes.
Okay. Check her out and vote June 7th. Thank you, Rita, for calling.
Thank you, Joe, for the help. Bye.
Take care. Hey, how you doing on the line? You're talking to Joe Britt live on Kcaa Radio. Who's this?
Bill Montgomery.
Hey, Bill, how you doing? You sleep there, man, or what?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Okay. What's going on with you, dude?
Well, listen, it's funny, the last caller, I have a Prime Motivation high school tour, and it's automotive, not automotive only, but it's, we bring a couple cars on campus, we motivate the kids, so that's why it's called Prime Motivation. We motivate the kids to give them opportunities. Joe, 63% is not going to go to college. It's a fact. And so what are we going to do with those kids? They're closing the automotive shops down, which is a big mistake, and we're there to motivate the kids to get involved. Every time we go on campus, it's like a frenzy. They don't want us to leave. The kids are excited, and we're changing careers and we're changing lives. So we feel good about it, Joe. Joe, you've always been supporting the same kind of cause with the automotive industry. It's large, the second largest industry in the world, and we're just here to let people know that get involved. You can check this out on primemotivation.com. Coming to you on a tour starting in August. We are ready to rock and roll. That's what's happening with us, Joe.
You know what? I wonder what knucklehead is in charge of that are canceling out all the automotive shops throughout California. And I'm wondering if that's just in here or if it's a federal deal.
No, Joe. This is a worldwide deal. You know, it's amazing. Even in the Philippines, which, by the way, we plan on taking over there. I mean, everybody drives to go to the doctor, go get food, but yet everybody thinks that, the automotive industry is number 9, 10, or 11 on the food chain. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know who's in charge of this thing. Obama actually, one of the best things, Obama did two great things, okay? He killed that crazy guy, okay, which if he would have done that, ISIS would have probably been 5 times bigger, okay? So that was a great thing he did. And the other thing he did, Joe, was he bailed out the automotive industry, okay? Just think if he wouldn't have done that and there wouldn't be any cars running around. Then what would we do? But people forget about that. They just want to talk about all the things that he hasn't done right. But let me tell you something. That automotive industry is strong, okay? It's the number one advertising industry in the world. You go to do something on TV, next they want Ford, GM, or Chevy to pay for it. Joe, why isn't this in the high schools? Why come nobody knows?
I don't have a clue for you, man. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense to me. When we were both coming up, we had all that. But, things are shifting, man. And I think they want to put the expertise and the mechanics and the labor into the foreign countries, and the heck with the Americans. So why teach the American kids how to work on anything from wood shop to metal shop to automotive when we are gearing everything, meaning that the 1% of this 1% of the rich are gearing everything to go offshore to the Asian countries, and so it's leaving us. So therefore, why train?
Absolutely, Joe. Well, listen, programs like yours, man, you're doing a great thing. We are people. We got to be a voice. We got to stand strong. We got to talk about it. People got to open their mouths. People got to support and basically sponsor you and what you're doing so that other people hear about it. It's all knowledge, Joe, okay? People got to open them their mouths, man, telling people what time it is. That's the problem, okay? Everybody's just on these cell phones, texting, playing video games. They ought to just ban the freaking cell phones from the high schools. I mean, that's the first thing that they can do that will definitely see a change. Now, I'm for cell phones, but let me tell you something. Why do you need a cell phone during high school? Okay, we didn't have cell phones back then. I don't understand that part, and that's something that could be an easy fix. Who can justify why you need a cell phone when you go into high school? It doesn't make any sense. That's common sense.
You know, the rich get richer, man, and the poor folks get left behind. You know,
exactly. So, Joe, listen, man, we appreciate what you're doing. It's people like you, and I believe that people can change too, Joe. I think we can change it. Okay, I'm doing my part. You're doing your part. Okay, it's those other people sitting back, like you said, the rich get richer. Okay, they're not addressing the issues. Okay, we got a perfect program called Prime Motivation. You can go to primemotivation.com. It's not a startup, Joe, because nobody wants to be the first. Okay, we've been doing it for 4 years. Okay, we had Toyota, but they basically went out of California. Okay, speaking of that, California's so crazy now, and it's got so many laws like that. Everybody's moving out of California.
Yeah,
so, Joe,
right.
I can go on and on about this stuff, man, but listen, I'm committed. I'm going to continue to do the right thing. I feel good about it. I'm changing kids' lives every single time we go into campus. And I appreciate the support, man. I know you're going to be down with this. I'll see you on the high school campus, primemotivation.com.
There you go. Thanks for calling, brother. Take care.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, we got a busy day today. Hey, how you doing? You're talking to Joe Britt on Kcaa Radio. Who are you, and what's going on with you?
Hi, I'm Captain Mike.
Captain Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Yes, sir. Of the California Fishing Association.
Okay.
How you doing, Joe?
You know what? I'm above ground, man. No complaints. What can I do for you, Mike?
I'm great. I just want to know it's a great company in San Bernardino County called the California Fishing Association. The California Fishing Association is an association that runs fishing trips for blind, deaf, senior citizens, and troubled youth, and those with mentally challenged problems. We've been existing since 1993, and we're still doing good.
93. Fishing.
Yes, 93.
Fishing for the blind. That must be a heck of an experience for a blind person to fish and feel something on the end of that line. Interesting.
Oh, yes. You ought to see the smile on their faces. And even when they don't catch nothing, they love it. They want to go again and again. And that's what the California Fishing Association does. We bring smiles to individuals with disabilities.
No kidding. So who are sponsoring you, man? How you getting your money?
We got the Bass Pro Shop. We have Juan Polo Chicken out there in San Bernardino. Matter of fact, he was on the show last week. And who else? The Bait Connection.
Albert.
And there's several more people, but we need more sponsors to do this program properly for the summer, and the summer is here, Joe.
Okay. Give us a website where they can get to you.
Okay, it's Caa Fishing, FISHING, at yahoo.com.
Okay.
And phone number.
Go ahead.
Is 909-565-5069.
Okay. Thank you for calling. Captain Mike, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good enough. Thank you for the information. Good information for
you,
the people out there to hear, and hope you can support it. All right, this is Joe Britt, and we have just about a minute left. You know, I'm bringing it to you hot, folks. I'm bringing it to you live, just like the baker does on a Sunday morning with those hot croissants and whatnot. And we will continue with our update next week with the Irwin Dell, and then I'll mix it up, and I'll put some of the car show folks in there. We just didn't have time today. Man, you know, when I first started this gig, it seemed like the clock would never go down. But I don't have enough time. I really don't have enough time. And I tell you, man, I appreciate you. This is Kcaa Racing Live with Joe Britt. And we shall be back next week for you on KCAA Radio. Thank you, Joe, for that. You gave me the finger, by the way.
You're listening to KCAA, Loma Linda, California. The best station in the nation.
Your NBC Sports Radio update starts now.
NBA playoffs continue, and the death of Muhammad Ali as so many react around the world. Kate Delaney, NBC Sports Radio. Muhammad Ali dead at the age of 74 years old after a 35-year battle with Parkinson's